What up, everybody? So, I don't know if I posted about seed retention, but that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to see if we can go the whole year. Recently, I came across a gentleman on Instagram who said he'd been on 2 years of seed retention. And when I tell you this guy had so much conviction, so much charisma, so much energy, he was also a stock trader, just walking down the streets in New York, that'd probably be an understatement. So what seed retention can provide is just all encompassing, right? I like to think of it like this. You're saying no to spilling your seed, and you're saying yes to thousands and thousands of miracles, blessings, whatever you want to phrase it as, by just saying no to one thing, right? Because there's so much energy. The same energy that creates life, a little baby, is the same energy that you can possess and constrain and hold and transmute into other things. So if your brain's not thinking about your little brain, your little head, think of all the things that it can think of. So I'm not gonna lie, it's been a struggle. Today's day 16, today's the 19th, I started on the 3rd. I'm seeing a little bit of change in my appearance. Voice is getting a little bit deeper. I went to a party last night, wasn't like self-conscious or anything, so that's good. That tends to be a byproduct of retaining, just confident and grounded, and all those things kind of continue to compound as you go. But I will say I had what's called nocturnal emission. I had a dream. I was in a bed with 2 black girls. Really strange. It is what it is. One girl here, interacted with her, you feel me? And then, I don't know, maybe a minute later in my dream, 2 minutes later, I turned to the other. I had a BOGO. 2 in 1 dream. I don't know if like Guinness record book is taking, applications, but I feel like that's gotta be up there. If anyone's ever had 3, okay, you got me. But yeah, and definitely felt a little drained. Yeah, but still went to the gym that day, and not sure if there's any difference from a conscious emission to a somewhat subconscious or nocturnal emission, but yeah, that was interesting. I think that was about a week ago. So I've gone, I think, probably about 40 days without anything. And some people say that they're able to not even have the dreams by breath work and kind of breathing up that energy. And then I'm assuming also the less that you fantasize about certain sexual events is, it makes it less likely for you to have a dream, right? So there's something about conditioning the brain, rewiring the brain to not think in that lower vibrational frequency of sex, fleshly pleasure, desire, what have you. And by shifting, now we have more energy to use it at the gym, or to focus, or to read, or to plan, or to create. So yeah, so I guess we're on day 16. This is what it looks like. Not really feeling too much. I would say I'm feeling less anxiety, less depression, if any at all. And I'm happy to be at the gym, and I'm working again, so that's great. But yeah, nothing really to report other than that dream, and feeling more grounded at the party. And yeah, I guess there was some female attention as well, from a few girls, which is a good sign. But having retained in the past, something about like past 30 days, 40 days in there, it's weird. They'll just come up to you. You don't even have to do anything. Actually, random story. I think this was maybe 8 years ago. I'm hanging with my friend. We're at a bar. I'm on day probably 40-ish. And yeah, a girl just comes up to me and she's, hey, you know, you're really good looking. Thank you, thank you. And then she propositioned me. She's like, hey, let's get out of here. I was like, what? I didn't even do anything. Which, I mean, is rare, right, as a man, unless you're, you know, got it like that. But very rarely does that happen, you know. But I think that's a testament to having your seed, and it's just like an essence, a vibration that emanates from your being, uh, that women are drawn to. Maybe it's the voice deepening, maybe it's the something in the eyes. I have at one point, 50 days in, my coworker was like, your eyes look different. And I was like, well, it's a secret, but I think I know why. So if we are wise enough and able to control ourselves, we can experience a variety of benefits. I'm going to stay strong for y'all because I want to see what day 100 looks like, day 200, 300, all of 26. I haven't figured out how to mentally frame it because I know that there's going to be these temptations that come, right? And the goal is for them to kind of fade in the distance. Just as weed used to be a daily occurrence for me, and now don't even think about it, right? Or if I do think about it, it's like there's no chance. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. The same needs to happen for this. And you see on social media, the last battle that men face before success is lust. If you can conquer lust, you can conquer anything. All right, that's the strongest thing that men go through temptation-wise. So, anyways, yeah, Jan 19, this is what it looks like. It's been real. I leave y'all with love. Till the next video, y'all be well, be great. I'll see you on the next one.